Roki Sasaki has had an extremely rough start to his major league career, registering an abysmal 1.09 strikeout to walk ratio, 4.72 ERA, and sky-high 6.19 FIP through 8 starts. It was at that point he was shut down for a significant amount of time with a right shoulder impingement, and he just recently came back for the Oklahoma City Thunder, making 4 rehab starts. And, well, needless to say, it hasn't been pretty, with him posting a 7.07 ERA through 14 innings, including walking 8 guys while only striking out 8, and giving up almost 2 base runners per inning. And things were no different during his most recent start, when he not only struggled with results, but also just on the basis of pure stuff. Facing the Space Cowboys, Sasaki managed to get the first 2 batters of his day to bounce out, setting him up for an easy bottom of the first. But it was then the control issues he's dealt with all year raised their ugly head, leading to him hitting Zach DeCenzo with the pitch and then immediately giving up a home run to Zach Cole. Suddenly, it was 2-0. But the struggles weren't over, as he would walk Shea Whitcomb immediately after and then give up a home run to John Singleton, remember that name, to quickly make it 4-0. Mercifully, Zach Short would then bounce out to end the inning. This ended up being part of the same trend we've seen from him since coming over to the States. Blow-up innings that mar his overall numbers, and the same was true here, as he would end up throwing 4 scoreless innings after this, giving up only those 4 runs. But in case you thought his rebound was overly positive, I'd be quick to point out that he only managed to strike out 2 batters in this one through 5 innings, while again walking 2. This is a guy who was supposed to come over and blow away major leaguers, at least to some degree, as I don't think anybody questioned whether or not he had swing and miss stuff. It was always going to be about control, but now he can't even manage to overpower AAA guys. And if you take a look at Thomas Nestico's evaluation on Twitter, shout out to him by the way, I think it starts to make some sense as to why. Because Roki's fastball lacks outlier properties, its velocity at just 94.3 miles per hour on average during the start made it an offering with just an 88 stuff plus, or 12% below an average major league offering, with the same being true of his slider, which also has below average speed and movement characteristics, leading to him only throwing 2 of them by the way. Though these peripherals have been seen in other starts when he threw more. His only offering that was even close to average is his splitter, but its own diminishing velocity and movement profiles led to it still being 1% below average. This makes it almost impossible for him to effectively mix his pitches. As he's throwing a below average heater that's getting barreled up consistently, his splitter is often not even in the strike zone, and he's almost removed the slider from his arsenal entirely as of recently. Quite simply, this is, at this point, not major league caliber stuff, and unless he can find some way to start running his velocity back up into the upper 90s more routinely, and seeing this translate to the sharpness on his other pitches, as well as locating them more effectively, it seems hard to believe that he'll be able to reach anywhere close to the ceiling that we once thought was possible for him. Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day.